here in Lufkin, Texas, your authorized BassCat Mercury Yamaha dealer. Here I'm standing beside two arrivals, the most talked about boats on the market right now, or at least that we're hearing about. The 2022 Puma STS, and then I have a new arrival that showed up today, a 2022 BassCat Lynx. This is going to be the battle of the wide boats, battle of the big girls, battle of the big decks, big water, and a boat that's made to handle the big lakes that we have here in East Texas. So first, we're going to go with the Lynx. We have some measurements on the Lynx. You've seen a lot of videos. There's some BassCat people that have done a lot of reviews on the Lynx, but we're going to do it with our handy dandy tape. Got to tap it a little bit. So on the very bow of the boat, we're going to kind of keep it simple. We're going to go back here to the back of where we can put our foot pedal. Right here we're roughly 58 and a half inches wide. Right here at the back seat pedestal, we're roughly around 70. So that's what, 58 and 70. We're going to come over here to our STS. The very back, we got to move that out of the way. The back of where the trolling motor pedal is 58 and a half, so about the same as the length. And then we're going to come right here, right at 69. So relatively the same front fishing area. Now we're going to go from the nose of the boat. We're having a little bit of difficulty. There we go. We got the nose of the boat to the back in the center, roughly 76 inches. So if you leave your pedal in the very front, carpeted width or carpeted deck, fishability, you have 75 inches here. We're going to go over here to the Lynx. One of these days they'll give me a better tape measure. Right here to the back of the center rod box, we're at 89. So the Lynx does have a little bit longer front deck. Remember, we do have center rod box with the step down cooler versus the Puma STS. We have a little bit of a cutout here, which gives us a larger step versus the Lynx. Now, width-wise, we're going to do this measurement here in the middle of the boat. Width-wise, inside the boat, we're looking at roughly 78 inches. Width-wise, in the middle of the boat again, we're looking at roughly 76 because the way the little cutout is on the stick. So they're about the same width here with your co-angler here in the middle. Now, a big difference we're going to see, I think we're going to see a pretty good size difference in this, is from the bottom to the top of the seat is roughly 14 inches here on the seat. On the new STS, they shallowed the hole up a little bit, which also shallowed up her seats. At the top of that seat, you're looking at about 12 and a half. So that means it's not that the height of you sitting in the boat is really any different. You know, you're both sitting in the boat on this, but your feet are going to be lower in the Lynx because the hole is deeper on the Lynx versus the Puma STS. The STS has a new shallower designed hole, not as deep of a V, but it's shallowed up the inside of this boat. It makes you sit a little more with your legs out in front of you, so you know the Lynx, you might notice it's a little bit easier to stand up. Stepping back to the back deck. So at the center seat post, we're going to measure. We're roughly 78 and a half. Back seat post on the Puma, we are roughly 78 and a half. Back deck wise, there we're looking at around 51 and a half. measurement differences between these boats. Again, the website says the Puma STS is 20'7", the Lynx is 20'8". Both of these boats can be equipped with up to a 300 horsepower engine. The rear decks are going to be similar as far as the lid design. Both of them are going to have your fuel on the side, pumps, everything's in the center. We got the R&R trays, battery trays, bolt in batteries. That way your batteries don't shift, they don't move anywhere. Of course, they did design the STS a little bit different. There's some new lines, some new designs, a little bit less of a splash wheel. Now we do still have the pockets here. The reason why is that really forms the top cap with that transom board. If you ever watch Rick's video, Buckets to Boats, that really shows how, you know, you don't want just a transom bolted to a hole. You know, whenever they put that transom board in this hole, they have to make everything to where it distributes the torque, distributes all the pressure from the engine. I put these little pockets here that sandwiches the top cap with the outside hole. The transom board's there in the middle, goes all the way to the corners. Everything's glassed in, vacuum sealed. They build a one-piece boat. Now, of course, you see some of the new designs on the STS. It's real nice. Around the fuel cap. Both of them are featuring now the billet grab rails. Consoles are relatively similar in both of these. They will flush mount up to a 12-inch Garmin. You can order the boat with fiberglass step. Big design difference on the STS is this new vent. So if you ever fish deep, rough water, you know you're going to get water coming in the boat. The faster you get that water to your bilge pumps, the faster the bilge pumps pump it out. So now with the two big bilge pumps in the back of this boat, it really moves some water. Probably the biggest thing is going to be the slam latches. So the STS does have the slam latch there, works relatively easy, nice, simple. And then when we get up here to the bow, this is going to be the biggest difference. They designed this boat because nobody's running one graph anymore. Everybody's running 2 or 3 graphs. This gives us the ability where we mount 2 graphs up here on the bow. You can stack them here. It's offset just a little, but the reason why is whenever you're sitting here and your foot is on the trolling motor pedal, or if you move your trolling motor pedal back, it lines these graphs up with them seat pedestals. You know, you can come here and look, you draw a line off this graph, it lines right up with those seat pedestals. So it is thought out, everything's been thought about by a fisherman. Everything has been designed to make fishing relatively, all it does is it helps your fishing. It makes this boat, improves the fishability. You have a place to put your salt switches for your power poles. You move them on side. You do not have to put them here. You do have the ability to put the grass here. If you don't want to, you can get a different mount. Mount it in the splash wheel, stack the grass, do whatever you need to. That is something new on the STS that people will notice. Now, something that we talked about in a video at the dealer meeting that you really see here. I mean, both these boats, if we look at the trailers are level. You see how high it shows this Lynx. This Lynx has such a deep V built into it. It has that deep keel in it, which just gives you more bow lift. Gives it a deeper hole to where it really helps lift the nose of this boat to get out in the bad rough water. So that is something that you will see whenever you look at the Lynx versus looking at the Puma STS. They both have deep V's, they both ride well, but the Lynx does have a little more bow lift built into it. We'll call this the battle of the big boats. That's what these are. If you have any questions on these boats or any of my other inventory, check out my website, rossmotorsports.com. Give us a shout. My cell phone is 936-465-5551, or you can call it to the store. Remember, ask for the big guy in the videos. We do accept trades. Financing is available, and we hope to hear from y'all. Thank y'all.